Being the first female district officer is an opportunity to begin with. And I take it as an opportunity because it has taken me to places I wouldn't have imagined. It has taken me to places where Rotarians are doing great work, which we never know because we were not on the ground, to assess each and every project they run. Although it has taken really quite a while for a female Rotary International president to be in place. And the guidance and the innovative ideas that she has and which she has brought to the attention of all of us has really set the pace. The pace in a way that it has really given us the tools and where we want really to go in terms of telling our Rotary stories. We do a lot, but we are not telling our Rotary stories. So what has given us now the opportunity we are in is to ensure that our projects are widely circulated in terms of the coverage, in terms of the content, the substance that they all carry. I start by saying that Rotary's future is in Africa. We have so many talented, very young experts, professionals, skilled, individuals who can take Rotary to the next level. So having the 4 countries in our district has given the opportunity to open up for better and consolidated, comprehensive, way forward, because Rotary's future is in Africa, and we have to work on our new generation. Although Rotary has not grown in Ethiopia and South Sudan, and Eritrea has not been very active in the past many years, the Kenya growth is so significant, and that we have to follow suit in other parts of the district that we cover. First of all, I see peace as a cross-cutting matter because we need peace in everything that we do in Rotary. The example that I'm going to give is the peace project which we run in Ethiopia, which has really given us the opportunity of moving our peace initiatives forward. For instance, taking peace into account, we have really made strides in bringing communities together while we are cleaning rivers in Ethiopia or rivers in other parts of our district. The Adopt River program also gives us the opportunity that peace is part and parcel of our work that we do in the environment. So in every situation that we need to take peace as part and parcel of our work. For instance, the training that we took in Ethiopia with IEP took 600 Rotarians for the training, and 108 Rotarians have become full-fledged peace ambassadors. The steps that we are taking in peace, especially now, out of 14 countries trained in Kampala at the Peace Center, 3 countries participated from our region. That were Kenya, Ethiopia, as well as South Sudan, and 9 of our members were trained there. So they are going to build peace. They are going to make sure that peace is part and parcel of our capacity building initiatives in the future. Rotary, by the way, back many years back, when even United Nations was not established, one of the panelists or the roundtable discussants were Rotarians to establish United Nations. And one of the areas that they looked at was peace, and peace becomes critical for us. We can be mediators, we can be anywhere in the modalities of peace and reconciliation. So that is something that in the future our district must be taking hold. First of all, anything we do is with partners. Without partners, Rotary as a volunteer organization can't move an inch. So our partners have been really working with us very closely to ensure that environmental prevention and the prevention of degraded environment within our district must be stopped, and the work that we're doing at the moment together with our partners has shown a lot of change in the environment. So if we continue the way that we have now handled, then that will be probably the best option that we have. Partners are our cornerstone, I must say. Without partners, we can't move. So the way we also partner ourselves must be in a way that both of us are on equal modality so that we can really give and take from each other. In terms of environmental conservation, what we have discussed, the Adopt River initiative is a big one. And also the 1 million tree planting, which is ongoing everywhere in our district. And that continues and will continue, will have to continue. Now that some governments have taken big initiatives, like for instance, if I take Ethiopia in the last 4 years, it has planted 25 billion trees. And that has already shown some results in terms of conserving the environment. So this has also been announced in Kenya by the President, His Excellency Dr. Ruto, that this is going to continue in Kenya as well. If we do that, in the whole district, in the whole of Africa, then environment will be preserved and people will have, healthy life, and we won't be worried about drought. And what is this drought, the cyclical drought that we have seen in the past many years, must stop if we work together. Water is scarce in our region, and it's very important that water is life. Without water, we can't do anything, we can't move. For instance, when I was going around clubs, as you know that we have 141 clubs in the region, and it has grown now even beyond 141. What I saw during the visit to all these different clubs were, water is not considered as a vital element in some of our projects. For instance, when we are talking of reusable pads or dignity pads that we are distributing to children in schools, we should first of all see the prerequisites of that. If water is available, then we can be able to do such distribution. So water is very important. In fact, when we went to the Marsabit and Isiolo, one of the issues that kept coming were the scarcity of water, especially in schools, in school areas, in communities. First of all, we have to have boreholes, and the boreholes will help us even to grow vegetables so that the children will get some vegetable from the garden so that their nutritional status can be improved. As you probably know, that food is directly related to brain development. If children are fed well or get the quality and quantity of food they require, then their way of taking their academics seriously, and also for being alert and not dropouts, to prevent dropouts as well, we have to have a combined, integrated program going to school. So in fact, what I'm saying as a Rotarian, is that we have to really turn our face into our new generation, into cultivating children in schools so that we provide them what they need in a compact and comprehensive manner. Children are very well oriented towards hygiene and keeping themselves clean and so on and so forth. So it was not very difficult for running, the show of how to wash hands, how to make sure that children go home and also practice that. It was really very interesting for me that we should continue doing this because the partnership that we had with Unilever and others as well is something to be recognized. Rotary Club of Parklands. The program starts in a big place, which was an empty place. And it turned out to be a farm now, run by street boys who were addicted with drugs, and they were brought to the farm. They were trained, and this is in partnership with a club in New Zealand. And after the training and after rehabilitation of these boys, now the farm is providing, proceeds from the farm to go into supermarkets sales, and that same project is now helping all the boys, street boys who are in the farm. And I think that was one of the highlights for me during my visit to the clubs. Vocational training programs are very important, especially for those adults who have probably been dropped out of schools. If we give them skills and some seed money as well, we can connect them with banks for microcredit schemes. If you attach them to microcredit schemes, then you don't have to worry about them because they will be the ones who will be running this show. One of the visits that I did in Meru, it's a project for single mothers, and they've been given, in the center, they've been given the opportunity of sewing, training on sewing, and now they are producing their, their products, and they are selling, and they are benefiting from that. That is also something we should, continue to encourage and promote within our district. Grants are coming in big amount, by the way, to our district. What is very important for effective grant utilization is joint programming and mega projects. I think that's something that we will be looking into because we have already taken lessons learned from the grants which are running in our district. So joint programming and be impactful. We can go, by the way, with 7 areas of focus to one area. We can have it as an integrated program, and that integrated program will only help us to be impactful and change lives at the district level or at the grassroots level. When clubs come together, the impact is very clear. The Dignity Pad distribution program, which the coast is doing together with partners, is something to be mentioned. Because they are coming together, the impact is huge because you will be touching upon many lives in the process. And this also brings them into another level of holding medical camp. The second medical camp was held again after after the first one. So they will continue doing this because they know that by coming together as partners, the impact will be higher and resource utilization will be more effective, more economical. When we disperse resources that we have, which is scarce, we are not making impacts. At the same time, we are not going to change lives. But when we come together, there is that opportunity of getting into something comprehensive and conclusive. The Sunshine Rally has been running, for the past several years, and especially we are touching upon the physically challenged, communities. I think by doing this, we are really making a difference in the lives of people. Always, when we are in touch with those who are underserved and less fortunate, it's heartwarming, to see the change in the Rotary world. So the Sunshine Rally, which has been running for the past several years, in fact, it needs to be replicated in Ethiopia and in South Sudan, so we make a difference as well in those countries. It has been really a journey, and a journey that I myself went together with the DGE and DGN. We were in many of my club visits, and I call it working tour and impact tour visits, and it was all coming together as one big team which will take this district to another level. I am really very hopeful and very happy, very pleased that my successors are the best.